The following program is rated D for dumb.
All right, thank you, Harry. This episode is, in fact, rated D for dumb. It's also rated D for detour. I took a little detour today to go to McD's to get some coffee, which is delicious.
9 o'clock, I'm bored to death. Smoke so much I can smell my own breath. My baby left me, my best friend's not at home. Can't get that woman off my mind. I've never been the brooding kind, but there's still one thing makes me come alive. Yeah, I'm gone for a drive.
The following podcast is rated D for dumb. You're listening to Dumbing It Down with Dave, the fastest podcast on earth. Listen to Dave commute to and from work on the New York State Thruway in his 2008 Kia Rio LX. He talks about pragmatism, truth, happiness, and the search for it all. Join Dave as he asks and tells you how life ought to be. And now, here's Dave.
All right, looks like the microphone is working. Here is Dave. There you are. Thank you, Alex XM, for that intro. ALEXEXUM. You want to go for a drive? Excellent. Thank you, Hal and Philly, for that great song, Going for a Drive. Don't forget to check them out at bandcamp.com. Bandcamp.com. And look up Hal and Philly, Going for a Drive. And he's selling that song for $1 during the holiday season. You know, but he can't do any live gigs because of the COVID, so feel free to pay more than $1 for a song and get them as gifts. How many people are on your email list? 20, 30, 100? Why don't you knock down about 10 or 20 people, you know, and give them all Going for a Drive song. Say, hey, I was in my car and I was thinking of you. There's this great song. It's called Going for a Drive. And by the way, folks, in all seriousness, and that is serious, so, you know, help Hal out and buy a song. It's $1. You don't have to buy. You don't have to pay more than $1. I'm just suggesting that you could, if you wanted to. It'd be a gracious thing during this holiday season for the dum-dums, which I haven't referred to you as in a long time. My dum-dums to support Hal and Philly and his inability to do live gigs right now. So let's help him out with his recorded version, which is good. It's great. Going for a Drive. I don't know how many episodes it's already been. It's been over a year since I met Hal at PM19, so I don't know how many episodes we've done with that song. But in all seriousness, as I was trying to say before, and I detoured myself, was that Hal is letting me use this song, you know, as a promotional thing. In other words, we made a deal, you know, that I would just give him credit for it, which I've done pretty well, I would say, right? So you're really helping me out too. You're helping him out because he definitely could use the financial help, and you're helping me out because that's the agreement I made with Hal. I said, Hal, I love this song. Let me play the song. He was like, yeah, okay, you just do me a favor. Give me credit for it and mention it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You know, I don't think I signed anything, but, you know, it's a courtesy thing. We're being courteous to each other. So if you could be courteous as well, I mean, that's part of the agreement. Believe it or not. We didn't consult you. I realize that. But now that you know what part of the agreement you have in all this, you know, it's not that hard. It's $1. You want to give them $2, you can give them $2. If 30 people who are listening to the show all do $1, 30 gets $30. It's good. It's not like Taylor Swift, who makes millions, goes out there in a bikini, and the other one that rides that ball, you know, with the nakedness and the vulgarity, is a good guy. So there you go. And by the way, you know, amidst this political separation that we have going on in this country, and I know that he doesn't agree with a lot of the things, well, no, not a lot, but not with everything I say, and I don't agree with everything he says. And that's another part of the beauty of the show, of Dumbing It Down with Dave. Even though some other people don't like what I do, and that might be in the next episode. I've had a bit of a rough time in my personal life, and I have a bit of a rough time in my Dumbing It Down with Dave life. So I'm trying to put together a show to tell you what happened, to share with you the insights into my personal life, as I've done before a billion times, and definitely in my Dumbing It Down with Dave life. Very recently, a whole bunch of negative things have happened from outside forces. And no, I'm not going to joke and say, well, it's the price of fame. It has nothing to do with fame. It just has to do with people being, buttholes. So there you go. I'll share that with you coming up. I have to prepare it. I have to actually print some stuff so I can read to you what's been said about me or said to me. And it's hurtful. I hope I get to it. Every time I talk about a show I want to do and prepare, I end up not preparing for it because it's too much work to prepare. I don't have the time. I'm exhausted. That's part of my problem too. I think I'm getting worse and worse. Anyway, but let's get back to Hal. Yeah, so Hal and I, even though we might disagree politically, and I've done a show. I did a show where I said Biden was going to win huge. I've done two shows. One on an election night and one prior to that, and he disagreed, and that's fine. I've still spoken with Hal recently. I think recently, yeah. We've had phone call conversations, and I like the guy. He likes me. We like each other. Had we grown up in the same neighborhood, we'd be friends. I'd be the drummer in his band, maybe. But you know what I'm saying. So it's a beautiful thing, Dumbing It Down with Dave. Although there are outside forces that don't agree. But it's a beautiful thing that Hal can disagree with me politically, but yet, and maybe he's thinking about it. I shouldn't say nothing. I shouldn't jinx it. Maybe he's been thinking about it for a long time. Maybe he's been thinking, I got to call Dave. I said, listen, Dave, I really love the fact that you support my song, and I really love the fact that you've helped me sell the song. And really, ever since I've heard it, I've been all over Hal about it. Like a fan. Like a fanboy. I've been a fanboy, really. I think Hal would agree with that. Like, Hal, you got to release that song. Hal, you got to do a DVD. Hal, Jesus. I should be Hal's agent. And by the way, I've done that before with many people. I've done that and I've supported, and I've supported, and I've supported, and I've been poo-pooed on by people I've supported, which might be part of that show that I'm talking about. If I ever decide to stop my craziness and put some work into it and come prepared to the microphone. So anyway, that's the beauty of Dumbing It Down with Dave and .001 Productions, that, but mostly Dumbing It Down with Dave, that I can have a political point of view. Hal can disagree with it, but yet I don't push the issue, and Hal lets me use the song. So anyway, not what I wanted to talk about 8 minutes ago actually, but I think it's a valid point, and it's a point that needs to be made. If you haven't done it yet, it's a buck. It's a buck. I just went to McDonald's and spent $5. What does that mean? Nothing. But, how much is a buck? Just go to bandcamp.com and you get the lyrics to the songs too. It's right there. If because I don't do well with comprehension, and my hearing isn't that great, so I don't know all the words, but it's right there. It's a simple song to sing, and you can sing it in the car while you're going for a drive. It's a great, if ZZ Top sang the song, or some folky guy, this would be a number one song. He really should sell it. I wish I was his agent. We would have sold the song a long time ago. A car commercial. This would be a great car commercial. That was Hal's thought. I didn't even realize that. Yeah. How does Chevrolet not give Hal $1 million for that song? Hey, I'm going for a drive. Hal's going for a drive in the 2021 Chevrolet Impala. Yeah, I'm going for a drive. There you go. You know what I mean. Okay, there you go, Hal. And if you heard Harry, the voice at the top of the show, saying that the show is rated D for dumb. That voice, that AI voice, supplied by no other than the incredible, the legendary, still alive, by the way, somehow in that fire and ice territory we call McCall, Idaho. She gets credit for the AI voice. And Awesome Insanity Surfer's presentation of Crash Dystopia season finale is out. Series finale. Not even season finale. Series finale. Not of Awesome Insanity Surfers, but Crash Dystopia. And I tweeted about it, too. And I support Linda. Anyway, check it out. I'm going to be very honest with you. I was disappointed that the series ended. I was. I tweeted about that. I spoke to Linda about that via Twitter. That I was disappointed that it ended. And I am disappointed the way it ended. I think there's another couple of episodes to go. But that doesn't mean that it's bad. You know, I mean, I know a lot of people were upset about the Sopranos, right? When that show, they went to eat and they faded to black. People went nuts. I'm not going to go nuts about it. I expected something a little bit more, not thought out, just a little bit more involved. But there's reasons. She has valid reasons, of which I don't understand, because whatever arrangement she has with somebody else, I don't know. I don't understand these other arrangements. I don't want to know. It won't help me. She has a thing with somebody else, and the thing stopped, so she agreed to stop too. Whatever it is, I don't know. Maybe she'll type about it in the Spreaker chat box. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It all was good. I'm sad that it's over. Let me make that clear. Because I know once upon a time I did make myself clear that Linda called the show at that number, which, by the way, do you know what that number is? 3477 I am dumb. 3477, the letter I, the letter M, dumb, or 347-746-3862. 347-746-3862. Call the dumb line. The Dumbing It Down with Dave hotline is the dumb line. She'll explain it if she wants. She doesn't have to. It doesn't matter. I just enjoyed the show, and I was sad. I didn't know when I saw finale in the credit in the thing there. I was like, "What? Finale? No, we got ways to go. Mission is not accomplished." But yeah, it's kind of like The Sopranos fade to black. So I'm being honest. I have to be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you. Go, it was great. I felt shortchanged. You know what? Maybe Linda will just make me special episodes. She'll make me a special bowl. I'll make you a special bowl of Awesome Insanity Surface Crash Dystopia. Just for me. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, there was definitely another couple of episodes in there. But it is what it is. And that's podcasting. And she's free to decide how she wants to go about her life and how she wants to go about her podcast. So complaint is useless. I can't put a letter in a box. I can't go to Spreaker and say, hey, I got shortchanged on this free podcast. It is what it is. It was sad. It was definitely sad. It was sad that the series ended, the season ended, and it was sad the way it ended. There was an emotional moment. And I was teary. I really was. I was teary. There are things that happen that complicated the issue. And a lot of you guys haven't been listening to the show. I have. I've been listening to Linda since I've met her. I don't know, 4 years now, 5 years. I don't know how many episodes I've listened to. Every episode since I met her. I mean, we met online. We met right here. You're here where we met. Well, we actually met, I think, at Spreaker Live with Rob Greenlee and Alex Exum. So, it was sad. There are things that happened. I mean, listen, all in all, it was a good episode. The episode is good. I just thought there was one episode too little. There was like one more, and we're done. Maybe two. I mean, listen, if this was Hollywood, oh yeah, this would be like 3 episodes. Maybe it would be a whole nother season. Yeah, she could have done a whole bunch if it was Hollywood. You know, especially if she had a writing staff or whatever. And it's only like 10 minutes an episode or something like that. So, anyway, that's it. I know you guys, a lot of you say, hey, you know, you guys, you spend a lot of time on Linda and Awesome Insanity Surfers. You know what? She's a part of the show, and we've been friends for more than any of you. 4 or 5 years now we've known each other. I'm doing Dumbing It Down with Dave 5 years this February, and I wish I had brought her on board earlier, with the AI voices and stuff like that. And if I had if I was more what's the word? Not cohesive. If I was more coherent, I'd have more voices. I'd have a whole soundboard of AI voices. But anyway, she pivoted from comedy into drama. She did a great job. And the post-apocalyptic sci-fi story was very entertaining. I think it's a book. I think it's either a book, it could be a comic book. If she can get a cartoonist, it definitely would be a good comic book. It's not like Dawn of the Dead. There's no zombies in it. No, there's no zombies. Surprisingly, there's Amish or Quakers. There's drones. There's arachnoids, which I think is another way of saying spiders. There's stuff. Yeah. There's violence. There's a murder? Yeah. Well, it's kind of murder, whatever. It's a great story. You guys might have missed it. But, feel free to go back in time and, I don't know how many episodes ago, 30 episodes ago, and it's 10 minutes an episode or something like that. So she pivoted and she did a great job. And I don't mind talking about it because she supports the show, and I am more than happy to support her. And I'll support any of my friends that support me. Now, the friends and ex-friends and associates or acquaintances that poo-poo on me, well, then, they got to be let go because they're depleters. And that's the way it goes. Okay. All right, there we go. Thank you, Linda. Great job. And, I was teary. I definitely teared because of things that happened. There was sadness. And I when she tells the story, she gives you the visual as well. She does a very good job narrating. And it should be a comic book, or it could be a series of short little books, or there's a lot of things you could do with this. And definitely there's a lot of details that could be expanded on. Absolutely. I said that to her a long time ago. Anyway, but it's over, and I got teary. I definitely sat there. And of course, I'm tired. Of course, it's dark. I'm in the truck, and I'm southbound on the freeway listening to it. And I'm like, man, I can't believe it's over. And then I tweeted about that. I tweeted authentically. She knows that. I said, I can't believe it's over. No. And I was expecting it. I knew it was coming to an end, but I didn't think it was that episode. There would be like another couple of episodes. So I'm disappointed in the timing, and I'm also sad by the story because people are no longer with us. The people who I made an emotional investment in, which I always tell myself, Dave, don't make an emotional investment. What are you doing? What are you, like a loser? What are you, emotionally invested? But you know what? It was a story about survival. And it was a road trip. She wrote a post-apocalyptic road trip, sci-fi, adventure, mystery, story. There was a lot going on. It really was. Okay. And no crazy sound effects, by the way. That I never have mentioned that. There's not like all these crazy, animal noises. She doesn't inundate you with audio. It's basically a narration. And she tells the story. There you go. Okay. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate the entertainment and everything that you've done. That's my honest review. I've always been honest. I was honest when it was a comedy show. And she put a lot of work into that. Very brilliant stuff. Good stuff. Underrated, respected in the podcast community. And whatever. All she needs is one celebrity. One celebrity. That's all any of us need. These low-level independent podcasters. One celebrity. Like Harry Shearer. Snooty, uppity, PBS, NPR, to say, oh, I was fumbling around on the internet. Oh, I discovered it. I was on a boat on the internet, the sea. I was cruising the internet on my big ship. And the sails were all afloat. They were all opened up. And I said to the crew, what's that over there? One of the crew members said, oh, ahoy, there's a podcast over there. And we went over there, we checked it out, and it's unbelievable. Awesome Insanity Surface. Crash Dystopia. Oh, it's fantastic. So, I listened to it. Now you all should listen to it. This is James Mason. Anyway, I don't know who that was. But one celebrity endorsement, one British guy. Oh, it's a shame she never was there to write for Monty Python. If she was just alive and in England during, Terry Gilliam's Monty Python, it would have been to have a woman's point of view, whatever. This was supposed to be a listener's comment show. It really was. And I just got into this whole Linda jag. All right, there you go. All right, let's do it. Let's try to do it. Did I mention what time it is? Doesn't matter now, does it? It's over now. It's almost 8 a.m. I'm on the New York State Thruway. I'm just exiting because I took a detour. I had to get some coffee, and CAWFEE coffee. And I had to, I got some food, and I got some coffee, and now I'm awake. Obviously, you can hear me talking with energy and gusto. And, okay, so, episode 269, Democracy, a Definition. Number 269. All right, I already gave you the dum-dum numbers, right? 347, I am dumb. 3477, I am dumb, or 347-746-3862. By the way, try to keep it 60 seconds or less and keep it clean. Any profanity, I will not air your call on the show. Okay, I appreciate that. In this episode, Dave continues on what he talked about last episode in 268, wherein he discusses various things, including the definition of democracy. I think I did. Yeah, I don't know. Did I do a good job of that? I don't even remember. All right. Wow, 6 comments. Thank you. 6 comments. I started off by saying thank you all for listening and commenting. And then Linda Irwin said, this was 14 days ago. These comments happened. You guys have had 14 days. I'm trying to give you plenty of time to catch up and comment. Linda Irwin wrote, I am the kind of person who has no expectation of others. It is what it is, and it will happen when it happens. No worries. Linda Irwin wrote, I love putting those AI to work. Oh, by the way, the plural of AI is AI. That's what it says here. I love putting those AI to work. So, there you go. Linda Irwin wrote, a real telephone, a landline? Actually, we still have one. Wow, Linda. I'm not really all that surprised. But I think I was referring to that phone call, right? Because somebody hung up. That was Bill Spencer, my former co-worker of mine. And it sounded like he hung up the phone. All right. Patrick Maruki. Politics and Godzilla. Perfect together. Oh, yeah, I made that Godzilla analogy or something. Yeah, with the tail. I think I did that, yeah. Patrick Maruki. Here's a fact check link on the Dominion software. HTTPS, blah, 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 USA Today. Blah, blah. I haven't looked at it, but thank you, Patrick Maruki, for that. I appreciate that. How much time do we have left? Oh, geez, we do have time? How did I manage that? All right, let's take advantage of that. Who want to rent a helicopter? Episode 270. We're doing listeners' comments, by the way. For those of you who tuned in late, which you can't do on a podcast. You can't tune in late. You can't. You have to be there from the beginning. Want to rent a helicopter? Episode 270. In this episode, Dave shares his thoughts on the type of person that would rent a helicopter to travel 20 minutes and save themselves 3 hours. Who does that? Dave also, actually, I didn't write it like that. I was like, who does that? But when I say it, it comes out like, who does that? Dave also talks about the decrease in show comments. Did I? Yeah, sometimes I do. I get a little obsessed with the comments. Okay. And by the way, if anybody could speak to the whole helicopter thing, it would be Bobby Massey. I was kind of, maybe he talks about it in the next episode. I don't know. Linda Irwin wrote, Adelaide, Australia, smiley face. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Linda, with the Adelaide, Australia smiley face. I think. Oh, yeah, because I read off the percentages of people listening. But meanwhile, nobody from Adelaide ever says, hey, that's me. I'm the person from Adelaide. I'm the people. All right. Is there a fan club in Adelaide? Anyway. Linda Irwin wrote, this is 11 days ago. Do not get rid of the internet. My entire social life is on the internet. Yeah, I know, Linda. I know. Me too. And it's sad. And if it wasn't for this podcast, I'm telling you right now, click, 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 unplug, done. I've done it before, and I would do it again. I would be without. I can live without. I know I can. I don't need the internet social life. But I hear you. It's a sad, sad state of affairs. Patrick Milruki wrote, David, I love your podcast. It always makes me smile and brings a chuckle to my heart. A chuckle to your heart? That's called afibrillation. You should have that looked at. Atrial fibrillation or something like that. It always makes me smile and brings a chuckle to my heart. I'll try to get Randy, my luscious, lovely, much younger wife. Maybe she isn't. I don't know. She's like 23. He's like, I don't know, 45, 50. I have no idea. That's not true. I'm just exaggerating. It's just that when I picture her naked, she's quite young and voluptuous. When I picture him naked, while I'm throwing up, I get up to the ages of 50 and 60. These are horrible things to say. Not true. All jokes. Jokes. I'll try to get Randy to listen, but she's not tech savvy. She can't even figure out how to turn the TV on. And yes, you are hot. You are hot. Thank you, Patrick. Ooh, look at that. Patrick Maruki says I'm hot. That's it. Well, show over. Time to, as Don Rickles would say, time to pull down my pants and shoot off a rocket. Anyway, thank you, Patrick Maruki. How much time do we have left? Really? Oh, well, that's amazing. A couple of minutes here. Okay. Do I have another episode I could do? Episode 271? Are we really going to get caught up? Bum, 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 bum. I don't have any music for that. Bum, 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 bum. We're out of stock of orange pine boxes. All right. In this episode, Dave discusses the destruction of the New York State Thruway, as well as the importance of doing a pre-need for funeral arrangements and the consequences if you don't. All right. I had a couple of minutes, so I see a couple of big comments here. I hope I don't go over. Linda Irwin wrote, I make my own schedule and do not watch things that are on at scheduled times in television. I also do not like late-night television talk shows. Podcasting is a different story. I will go to those live as much as I can. Good job, Linda. Linda Irwin wrote, I wish you well, too. Linda Irwin wrote, you write some very catchy titles. Yeah, that one was inspiring. Bobby Massey wrote, this is all 4 days ago in response to the Orange Pine Box episode, I think. Will crops that bridge. He didn't mean to say that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. That's been my 2020 mantra. Right after, it is what it is. And did he really win the election? And what are we eating? Bobby with the jokes. Always with the jokes, Bobby. He's always on. He's never off. Bobby Massey, 4 days ago, wrote, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Actually, the comment I've been saying, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. That's what I've been saying. We cross that bridge when we get there. Can't correct it after posting, I know. Shout out to you, Dave, for putting great shows together. I was offered to do a New Year's Eve gig in Las Vegas with limited audience, social distancing, all COVID precautions, and it'll be streamed live. Not sure if it's worth the trip. The risk? Still deciding. What do you think? Any perspectives from others would be nice. I'm still taking care of my mom as well. It's just insane. In normal times, I would have booked it and not do it twice. I know I'm leaning towards not doing it. Wow. How much time do I have left? I have a minute. Bobby, I couldn't even begin to tell you about whether you should do a New Year's Eve gig. If it brings you joy, go do it. But, with the flying and the quarantine and the germs, and I don't know what your health is like these days and your mom. So, yeah, I would lean to not doing it. Unless, of course, they're going to pay you a lot of money, which is always very, very nice. Anyway, so that's it. I think we're caught up. What's the next episode? Oh, no. The next episode is, let's just do it. No, so I didn't catch up. We have one more episode to go, and I don't have enough time to do it. There's 4 comments, and there's only about 40 seconds left of the show. Well, folks, don't forget to tweet me at Done With Dave. Tweet me at Done With Dave. Email me at dumbingitdownwithdave@yahoo.com. Don't forget the Hal and Philly song, Going for a Drive on bandcamp.com. And the Dumbing It Down with Dave Facebook group, right? Right. Don't want to go over. I don't want to go over. It's a nightmare going over. It's the worst thing that happens to the internet.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Dumbing It Down with Dave.
Goodbye. Good day. Good night. Good luck. Good riddance. Good rats. Godspeed, and great skills. Take care. Bye, all.